So if a typical game night is 2 players for you, you're going to want to stick around and hear what I have to say about Caper Europe.
Video. Why can't I get that? No. I'm gonna redo that.
Before we get into everything, my name is Krissy and this is my channel 2 Sheep 1 Wheat. If there is a board game out there that you would love for me to review, please let me know what that is down in the comments below. Like this video, and of course, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and take a look at the table and see what all the components are. So this is a 2-player game, so it does come with 2 player aids, which is fantastic because plus 2 points. Then we have the round tracker because this takes place over 6 rounds. This little fella right here is what we're going to be using to keep track of all the different rounds. Then we have these right here. These are caper trackers. This will be used throughout the game. So depending on what cards you're going to be playing, it'll either tell you, depending on whatever you have, for however many stars you can move tracker towards you, or for the other player, whatever cards they're placing, it'll move the tracker towards them. Then we have these cards right here. These are location cards. So it comes with a few cards. You're going to be shuffling them and you're going to place them out randomly on these 3 locations right here. And then we have the diamonds, paintings, and antiques. So this right here, these are the stolen goods. These are what you're going to be stealing when visiting these locations. Each location has their own kind that you'll be able to take from depending again on what different cards that you're going to be placing. So then we have our 2 decks right here. This deck right here with the white back is the thief deck. These are the cards that you're going to be playing first, and this deck right here is the gear deck, and the gear are what are going to be going on top of the thieves. So to kind of give them a little bit more benefits, to be able to steal some of the goods, give you some points, give you some money, things like that. And this is the money. There are 10 coins here total. Whatever is here is what you are allowed to use. Say you place a card and you're allowed to take a coin, but there are no more coins left in the pool. If you have less than your opponent, you're allowed to steal the coins from them. And you're only allowed to steal until you have either less or the equal amount of them. So the way to be able to collect points in this game, because that's how you're going to need to win, is by having the most points. You can collect them from cards, you can collect them from the stolen goods, or you can collect them from locations. So those are the 3 ways that you can collect points in this game. Let's go ahead and take a look at what a typical round would look like. So our round track here is going to be able to tell you who is going to go first this round and what deck it's coming from and how many cards. So for the first round, we have this icon right here. So that means that each player is going to get 4 cards from this white deck here, which is the thief deck. Each player is going to look at their own hand. They are going to pick one to play. Anything with the amount right here is not a cost, but is how many coins that you'll be getting for playing them. So let's say because I want some coins, I want 3 coins, I'll be able to place this one down. Now in this case, you get to pick whichever location that you want to be in, because whenever you're placing one of these thieves, you're going to be building up with the gear deck next. So let's say I want this deck, I want to place that in this location right here. I would collect my 3 points over on my side. This icon right here says that I can move the tracker 1 closer to me for playing this card. Then whenever you are done, you take the rest of your hand and you pass it to the next player. And you're going to keep going like that until you collect the 3 cards. Whenever you have 1 card left in your hand, it gets to be placed over here. This is your discard and your hideout here. So you want to place it over in the discard, and then whenever you're collecting any goods from any location, you can place them here in your hideout. Now let's say I went ahead and placed these 2 other here. This one I can move the track up 1 towards me. And then if I'm placing any orange cards down from the gear deck, I will also be able to move this tracker closer towards me. This one here at the end of the game, you're going to be able to score for however many yellow cards you have versus with a pair of whatever other colored card, you're going to be scoring 2 points. So anything star-wise on here are points. So once you have those placed here, that is whenever you're going to be moving down the tracker, and now it's going to be the other player's turn to be able to go first. So that is coming from the gear deck right there. And every time you're taking cards from the gear deck, you're always taking 6 cards. Again, taking 1. This time, you're going to be needing to pay the cost of the cards, which is right on the top. Once you take 1 and place it wherever, you pass the deck again, or you passed your hand, to the next player, and then you continue going until, again, you have 1 card left, and you place it in your discard. Now, let's say I have $3 here. I want to be able to steal something. This one over here is looking pretty good. I'm going to place it right here. This unfortunately doesn't get me anything because it is not an orange card. However, I do have to pay the $2 for it, but I get to take any of the stolen goods up here, and I'm going to take the diamond because it's nice and shiny. So that is how that card works for that. We'll go into this card right here. So this is a burn icon. Now these are the orange cards. If I had placed it here, I'd be able to move the tracker one closer towards me. So I placed this here. Now the reason that these cards exist is because of points like this, cards like this. You're going to be able to score more cards. And this one I placed in a really good spot too, because I'll talk about these a little bit more later on after we're done talking about these cards. But you're going to be scoring points for yellow cards over in this location here. So that's why I was able to place this. That's why I wanted to place this card right here. So say that that was the opponent across from me, because that's how you're playing this game. This is my location. The opponent, the second player, would be playing over here. Now say that they had this card here, and I don't have any yellow cards, but let's just say that they had this here and it was closer towards them. I don't like that. I'm going to tell them that they need to burn that card. So then that card would get removed and it would go into their discard pile. So that is how the burn card works. We know again how this one works. This icon right here, that caper icon, that just moves the tracker towards you. And this one again would allow me to take one of those. There are other ones where it is specific to which kind that you can take from the said location there. And there are also these yellow ones, these yellow cards. So each card has a color that is specific to the action that you're able to take. So the yellow ones are usually money. Sometimes you'll have to pay for the money to get more money, but in this case it would be $2. Some of the yellow cards also include this, which is a victory point towards the end of the game. And sometimes when you're playing cards like this, it'll give you an extra way to score points at the end of the game for however many green cards that you have in the location. Now there is one thing with these, is that you're only allowed to have 3 cards on here. So you have to make sure that you're playing right to be able to optimize your gameplay and score the most victory points. So now let's say that the game is all done, all the cards have been played, which is exactly what will happen. Every single card that is here will get played. So when that is done, then you need to score up your points. Now, some of the points that you're going to be collecting are from the locations, like I was saying earlier. So for the locations, the way to figure out who is going to be winning this is whatever the tracker, wherever it is, if it's more towards on the opponent's side, then it would be the opponent that would collect this and gain the points from it. Or if it was over here, then it would be me. But if it was still in the center, nobody would collect anything from from this location. Now let's say that it was on my side, I would be able to collect the 4 points. And if it was in this location, I'd be able to score the 1 point. And here I'd be able to score 2 points. So for this one, for however many yellow cards that I have in my location, I would also be gaining 1 extra victory point for each of those cards. Now, same for this one. This one would be an extra 5 victory points, and it would also be an extra victory point for any of these stolen goods that you would have in your hideout. Then we have this one, and it is straight up just victory points for however many green cards that you have, 1 per green card, which is the same for this location up here, and it would be worth the 5 stars. The game does come with a nice little notepad, so you'll be able to score up any of your victory points, and it has the icon next to it so that you can remember wherever you need to collect any of those points from. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner of Caper Europe. This was the base version of the game. If you want to spice things up, it does come with extra cards, extra locations that you'll be able to play with this game. So you have these 4 right here, and they all have their different difficulties. So we have Paris here, which is only a 1. We have Rome, that's a 2. And this one down here is a 2 as well. And then we have a 3rd, which is the hardest one in the whole thing. So these are, we'll take one out and I will show you what it consists of. So this deck right here, this top card is going to show you all, is going to give you the rules of what is the new icon or whatever is new with within this deck. So it's going to tell you how to score it and everything. So this one says for each cream card in your crew, you gain 1 coin. So those ones are the new cards that are adding. That would be the royal right here. So these are the thieves that this deck is adding. And then, like I was saying, it adds the new icons here. So this is basically scoring points at the end for however much hidden goods that you have in your hideout. And then whenever you play these ones, it will also give you a good to put in your hideout. So it includes some of those new gear cards. And then it also includes some new location cards. And of course, they're going to implement the new icons here. So if you're playing one of these cards in this location, then you'll be able to move your tracker closer towards you. So all of them are all different and they all include new icons like this and something new within the deck. So it's just kind of keeping you on your toes. And the same thing with the other ones as well, just adding extra. This one right here is your scoring points based on the stolen goods that you have in your hideout. That one was for Paris. And this one right here, this one is if you win the location, you score 2 extra points. And these ones start including what's in your opponent's crew. So for each location, whatever cards that they have in there. So that is Rome right there. This one here, these ones are eyeballs. Basically your last card that you have flipped over like this. If it is a certain color that it wants, so this one wants purple, so if you had that purple there, then you would get an extra points for that one too. A bunch of different cards for, oh, that one goes here. So a bunch of different ones for that one, not just purple card. It includes all of the different cards. And we already did that one. So those are all the different decks that you can add and kind of mix up the game for you if you get a little bored with the base game. I have never gotten bored with this base game though. I could play the base game all day and I can play any of the extra, we'll call them like little expansions, I would say, just to kind of switch up the game. But Nick and I really enjoy this game. It is a very good 2-player game. I was going to save that for the very end and kind of string you along, but I just couldn't fake it. This is a really fun game. We play this game literally all the time. It is meant to sit across from each other, but the way that the location cards are facing, we like to play with it just side by side and we can kind of play that way. And it's actually not even a big deal. It works very good whenever we're sitting across from each other. So we really enjoy this game. I don't even know what I enjoy about it. I feel like it's really fast paced and you can get a couple of games in and I really enjoy that, especially with a lighter game because that's obviously what this game is. I found this on Kickstarter and I really wanted this game. Nick was a little unsure about it just because it is a little bit lighter and I'm not quite sure if the theme was really up his alley either, but I'm glad that we did back it because he has said how much he actually really likes this game too. So we both really enjoy this game. I really like the theme. It is really fast paced and I think that I really like how structured the rounds are too. So you have one thief round, you have one gear round, and then you have another thief round and then another gear round, and then it is always alternating which player is going to be first. And I really like the whole card drafting system with this game too. So it's not like one person is going to get a good hand versus the other one and that's why they're always going to win. And there is a little bit of strategy with this game too. So you're not just looking to play all your cards down and not even try to eliminate your opponent's cards, because you can with those orange cards, some of them anyway, but you want to, there's a lot of tug and pull with this game, especially with these ones right here. You want to make sure that it's on your side, right? And there's a lot of tug and pull with this. So you want to be playing cards that you can move this around, but then you're really stuck to only playing 3 columns here, and you can only play 3 cards down at a time. So there's some strategy here, playing the right cards down, making sure that your opponent doesn't win this location, because you're also playing cards down to be able to score some more points here. You're playing cards down so that you can steal some of the goods, and you're also trying to get money to be able to spend money. I feel like that's the only thing that's a little tricky with this one, is that you really only have 10 coins. So I really enjoyed the fact that, oh, if you needed more coins but there's none in the pool, then you're kind of stuck. No, you can steal, which is very fitting to the theme because this is a thief game, which I thought was really neat, a very nice touch. I really enjoy that aspect of this game about stealing the money when there's none left in the pool. I really enjoy that. That's something that Nick really enjoys too. And I really enjoy that you can kind of mix this game up too with all of the other cards, which just start implementing more things. And I think that you would really only want to play with one specific deck at a time, because if you start adding all of them in together, you're not going to be able to score really high with the game, because it's a set deck with set rules and set icons. You start mixing everything up, you're not going to be able to get whatever you need to get for those specific ones. So I wouldn't mix any of them up. I think I enjoy all of them. There's not any of those different locations that I don't enjoy. Doesn't matter whichever one that we play with. I'm even okay with playing with the base game, just like I had said. There's nothing wrong with this game. I would not change anything with this game. I absolutely am so happy that we backed this game. I don't have anything bad to say about it. And I'm sure if Nick was here doing a review with me, not that he ever does, but if he was, I don't think he has anything bad to say about this game either. It has its place. It's a light game. It's very easy to get out. It's very easy to play. It's very easy to pick up and understand how you're playing this game. And I did want the metal coins, so we did end up getting the mastermind edition, which comes with the nice little sleeve. Ooh, the nice little sleeve here. It's nice and shiny, as you can see. I definitely really wanted this one, and because of the insert too, the insert looks really nice. Everything just fits right on top of it, which is basically what Keymaster is known for, is how I feel. It even has a slot for all of the money individually. It is very nice. And the nice little cover, let's see which way does it go. Just like that. And then everything else fits right on top of it, all of these things. I love when a box is organized, and for the Mastermind edition, this is exactly what I expected. So I definitely got what I expected. My expectations were high. The game definitely came through on that. I wish that I had something bad to say, but just because I don't doesn't mean that somebody who doesn't enjoy light games, maybe the theme isn't up your alley. But if it is, and if you do, then this would totally be a game that I would suggest that you should look into. And if it's something that you want, if it's something that you would enjoy, if it's something that really piques your interest, I would really suggest getting this game, because we have not had fun playing this game ever. So that was my overview and my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you next time. Hello?
Hi, you all done recording?
No, I'm still recording. I'm in the middle, so you're going to be in my video in a blooper.
Oh,